Discussing and working on exponents. What I'd like you to do is get with a partner and talk to them about what you understand about exponents. And I would like you to work with your partner on solving this. So we'll write the expanded form. And you're going to do the standard form. The standard form, so I'm going to see three things on your whiteboard. You're going to write 5 cubed, or 5 to the third power. You're going to show me the expanded form, and you're going to write the standard form, which is to solve it, right? I want to see the answer. Okay, I'll give you a few minutes to do that. Or you can do it by yourself if you prefer that. So Breeza, let's see what you have here. You've got it correct. Would you like to explain what you did? I'll help you out with that. Anyone else have the answer ready before I show you? Very good. Oh, not quite. Not quite. We'll go over it. Okay, so Breeza and Mariana had it correct. 5 to the third power, also known as 5 cubed, is 5 times 5 times 5. So the expanded form is 5 times 5 times 5. And we do not do 5 times 3. We do the first 2, solve the first 2, which is 25. Now take that 25 and multiply that by 5. So 2 to 5 is 10 and 2 is 12. So it's actually 125. So I'd like you all to get some practice in doing this with a little game. So you do need a partner for this. One game board and dice. So would you like to work with Christopher? And Sarah, you'll be with American. So you'll have dice, and each of you will have a different marker. We got enough of the color, so we're going to use, come grab an animal and grab one that's different than your partner. So as you'll notice, the instructions are on the game board. I'll display it up here and read them before we get started so you know what you're doing. It says, power up, roll, solve, and go. So I'm reading the instructions, you can follow along. It says, number 1, place your game markers on start. So each of you pick a game marker, put them on start. When it's your turn, roll the dice one time and move that many spaces. Solve the problem. Another player will check your answer using the answer key. If you get it right, you move ahead 1 more space. If you miss it, you move back 3 spaces. If you land on a square with a message, follow the directions. The first person to end wins the game. So I'm going to give you answer sheets. So you're going to be on the honor system not to look. You may use a calculator because some of these numbers get big and there's no reason why. So go ahead and grab a calculator. turn the answer sheets over. Actually, you each can have one every time you're not checking your opponent's answer. You need to have it flipped over. Alrighty. So go ahead, and if you want to roll to see who goes first, you can roll to see who gets the highest number. So keep your answer keys that way. We're on the honor system. So you can pause it.
Seven times.
You understand how to play the game? Some of these numbers get pretty big. You might want to use a calculator. So remember, when you get to a space that says something on it, you have to move the number of spaces it tells you. Pause it. Up here, I hope that you found the game helpful to help you understand the power of exponents. It's much more powerful than multiplying, and that's why it's used. It's used by scientists and for calculating pH, and it's used also for the Richter scale. So it makes our problems much shorter than multiplying 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. To write that out takes so much space instead of doing like 5 to the 4th power, 5 to the 5th power. So I would like you to take a look at this slide here of 5 times 5 times 5. And who can tell me exponential form, how we can rewrite that another way? Very good. You got it. So they actually give you a model x and then the little y in the corner. So we would write it 5 to the 3rd power. Does someone remember another way to say the 3rd power? Starts with a C. It's called cubed. 5 cubed. Okay, so now we have, it says product. Does anyone remember what product is? It's the answer. They want you to solve it. Yes, Breeza has solved it very quickly. But to solve it, she needed to do that. Write it out in the expanded form. And then it was 5 times 5 is 25, and then she took 25 by 5, and it became 125. So now we need our calculators because we have 23 times 23. What's another way? How can we write that as an exponent? Caden, how can we write that with an exponent? 23 to the 2nd power is correct. Do you know another way to say to the 2nd power? Squared. So 23 squared is the same as 23 to the 2nd power. Product means to solve it. So we're going to do 23 times 23. I don't have a calculator. So I'm going to do double-digit multiplication over here. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 3 is 6. Bring the 0 down. 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 2 is 4. and then you add, whoops, you start on the right to add. So that would be a 5. 529. Did anyone get that? Very good. Okay, let's try another one. So this one has 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. Who can tell me the exponential form of that?
4 over 4.
Okay, we would say it 4 to the power of 4. And there's no special way to say that. It's a 4 to the power of 4. So they want us just to write the exponential form for all of these. So 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. Liliana? How would you write 7 times 7 in times 7 times 7 times 7 in exponential form? Count it again, American. You're close.
Like this?
Yes, it's 7 to the 5th power. Or 7 to the power of 5. I'll just do these other twos for the sake of time. 8 times 8 times 8 can be written as 8 cubed, which is the 3. And 12 times 12 can be written as 12 squared, or to the power of 2. Okay, what I'd like you to do is, for your exit ticket, I'm going to give you these little strips. These are your exit ticket. You're going to write your name on the back and then solve. You're going to write an expanded notation, which is write out the multiplication problem, and then you're going to write the standard notation, which means solve. So I'll write that on the board because I know these are new terms for you. So first, turn it over, write your name on the back, so I know whose work it is. You may use a calculator. And this is what you're writing on it. So expanded notation means so if I gave you 2 to the 4th power, the expanded notation of that is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. For standard notation, what they are asking for is to solve it, to give me the answer. So if you're still having some difficulty, you can talk to your partner to get some help. And when you're done, raise your hand. I'll take a look at it. Do we have any questions on the new terms or how to work with these? Okay, so I'll go ahead and walk around and see how you're doing with these. And that's it.